So let's see a small pupil and a hard cataract. This is quite a hard cataract. You will see as we proceed with the case that vision pre-op was 636. It's quite a brown cataract. It can be a challenge taking this up without pupil expanders. As I've mentioned earlier, I feel the time taken to put them and remove them and trauma caused to the iris is more according to me. A lot of people prefer them. It may be definitely safer. Sometimes we can catch the anterior capsule also, so we have to be careful. So after shaving off the top, come to the central core, which is quite hard. Sculpt just like any other cataract. The only thing is that the space you have is limited. Continuously watch the tip of the phaco like a hawk so that it doesn't engage the pupil. Got a good crack there. Now trying to create the potential space by removing that one piece. It's like those games we used to get, the square ones where one piece was missing and we had to move the other pieces around. But the moment you get that free gap, a lot of movement is possible. Creating the second crack. Also, while trying to remove the pieces, you don't have to engulf the whole piece. It helps breaking that piece further into smaller fragments. This is just to show that it is possible to remove a hard cataract even through a small pupil without using pupil expanders. So when we go in here, if the piece is too big, try to break this down further into smaller pieces. A sharp ice pick tip type of chopper, which is the Mohanrajan chopper, I prefer, as it gives a very sharp cut. One has to be just patient and persistent, repeating the same step over and over again. Just keep staying a little above the pupillary plane, but smack in the center. Just sometimes here we have to be careful that there is no piece hidden under the iris or left behind. So at the end, with a retractor or with your irrigation cannula, just retract all the sides and check. These are certain challenging cases where the pupil doesn't expand. Either the patient is heavily diabetic or on certain prostate medication. Despite phenylephrine intracamerally or using adrenaline in the drip, the pupil refuses to dilate. See, I feel that most of the nuclear material is out. However, we will see one surprise that will come. Sweeping motion. And one piece has floated out. This is what I was talking about. Change the port. Go ahead using a phaco probe. And aspirate. Emulsify. I've got some background music going on here. Sometimes if the cortex is very stuck, you can hydrate and free it, and then it will come off more easily. And that's the last piece of cortex coming out. Checking everywhere, implanting an IQ, directing the lens towards the bag, making sure the trailing haptic is also in. One last check under the iris, to look for any leftover cortical matter. Also checking that the lens was in the bag. All done.